radio station Rachel Ananda from Studio 2 of Phoenix Radio Bali, and today I will interview someone part of Maroon 5. Wow, it's not Adam Levine, but this is behind it, like one of the person. It's PJ Morton. Hi PJ, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I love your studios.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. It's home.
Okay. Okay, so how have you been doing during this pandemic? I mean, like everybody have to stay at home, right?
Yeah, I've seen good and bad in it. Of course, I miss some things. I miss playing concerts for sure. I miss the fans. But it's been good to spend this time with family. I usually travel so much. So being able to be home with family, spending time, that's been a good thing for me. So, yeah.
So what do you miss the most with the performing live? Like the stage maybe?
Yeah, just the interaction. The fans really would make that's what makes the concert for me. Being able to sing a song and to someone who loves it and have been listening to it over and over, and they finally get to experience it live. That interaction is the thing I miss the most, for sure.
Yeah, I miss it too. I wish I can go to one of your concerts actually.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, for the third consecutive year, you are up to multiple Grammy nominations, including Best R&B Album and Best R&B Song for the latest album. Like, have you ever imagined this kind of thing will come to you?
No, I mean, I always dreamed of these things. I definitely worked hard and tried to stay at it. But you never know if it's going to actually come true, even when you're working hard. But dreams do come true. It's been amazing to do what I love and be recognized for it. That's been awesome.
Yeah, of course. Like for a lot of musicians, like to get a Grammy, it's a big thing. So is this one of your goals too? Like as a musician, I really want to get a Grammy too, but I'm not a musician actually. So for yourself.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, Grammy is it's still the top. It's still the one that you want. It's what I dreamed about when I was a kid, becoming a musician. I saw my heroes. I saw Michael Jackson with all those Grammys, and Stevie Wonder and Quincy Jones. And I said, and Lauryn Hill. And I said, I want to be there one day. Holding some Grammys. So yeah, it's a dream come true.
Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm a big fan of yours. Like all of your album has been my playlist for this whole 6 months. And I love your work, the piano album. Oh my God, that's the best one.
Thank you so much.
Why do you choose to release the piano album instead? I mean, like you can play it like in a band.
Yeah, and that's usually how I hear the music. With all the instruments and with the band and everything, but people started to, want to. I would do these videos on Instagram with just me playing and singing, and people kept saying they wanted to hear the songs like that. So I thought I would do a piano album where I would just break it all the way down to the minimum of what the songs took when I was writing them, and it took off in a major way. Like people fell in love with that, just as much as they do with all the production and all the band and everything. They liked it just broken down.
And is it live, the one that you make, like the piano album? Because like I can hear like there's the interaction with you, like there's Joji in there, and also there's some other people in there.
Yeah, it's the film is up on YouTube. It was all live. Everybody was in the room, and we did it. What you hear is what we did that night. Just capture the moment. And
that's amazing. Oh my God, I can feel it. Like maybe it feels like, even though like I'm not looking at the YouTube, but it feels like I'm there. I'm there to listen to it. Like it's amazing. And I saw a lot of comments in your, I think one of the single called "Let Go," which is also my favorite. Like, thank you so much for making this one. Like, it strengthened me personally, through this time. And my question is, like, a lot of people saying, like, oh, this song is talking to me. Like, it reminds me how blessed I am. Like, how do you feel when someone says something like that about your song?
Ultimate compliment for somebody to say that, and it also lets me know that none of us are alone. You know, as alone as we may feel. And me writing a song from my own personal experiences, thinking that it's just me. When people say you wrote this song for me, it lets me know that we're all going through the same things, you know, the same troubles, the same sadness, the same happiness. We're experiencing life together, even though we're miles apart sometimes, like we are. But we all are going through the same things, and we're not alone in this world, you know, even when it feels that way.
Yeah, like that song, I played like this morning, and actually it helped me because you know what? I'm such a like a nervous person to talk to you, PJ Morton.
You gotta let go. You gotta let go.
You gotta let go and let God.
There we go.
So you've been talking also about Stevie Wonder as one of your musical influence. Are you remember the very first time you listened to his song?
Well, it was two experiences. I remember listening when I was growing up, and I heard the big songs that were on the radio, like I Just Called to Say I Love You, Part-Time Lover, all that stuff on the radio. But then someone gave me a cassette tape when I was 12, and it had different songs on there. They had older songs, and he sounded younger. And I started to connect to it in a different way. You know, it wasn't the 80s and 90s Stevie. It was the 60s and the 70s Stevie. And that music started to hit me in a major way, and just became such a big influence on me.
So that's the very first time you listened to Stevie Wonder's songs?
Yeah. So I probably heard him when I was a kid, but when I really started to listen was 12 years old.
Okay, so talking about Stevie Wonder, again, I saw it in most of your YouTube comments. They've been saying like, PJ Morton actually is the Stevie Wonder of this generation. Whoa!
Whoa, that's too
How did you feel when someone
big.
compared you to your
Yeah, no, I just say thank you, but that's too much to even hear. You know, it's too much to hear. I love Stevie. And he's become a mentor to me, and you know, we talk from time to time, and he's a living legend, you know, and for people to even think that I come anywhere near it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Yeah.
But actually you are like when I listen to your songs, it feels like it brings the vibes of Stevie Wonder actually.
Wow. Yeah. Big influence.
As a part of Maroon 5, like we know you've been one of the members of that big band. Then how do you react when you say like, I want to have my solo career?
Well, that didn't really have to happen because before I joined the band 10 years ago, when I got the call for Maroon 5, I was on a solo tour already. So I was already doing my solo thing, and they knew that even when I joined the band. So they welcomed that with open arms, and even I've opened up some Maroon 5 concerts as solo artist before. In the US, I open as me, and then I close with the band. And we did that in Europe too, where I open and close. So it's always been love and support with that.
Oh, that's very good. But I heard that actually you had a thought about giving up the idea of solo career. Why is it? Is it so hard for you?
It's true, yeah. I was working really hard for a long time. Like I said, even before Maroon 5, I was working at it. I've been in that band for 10 years, so you can imagine how long it had been. And I just felt like maybe my voice wasn't necessary, you know. I was going to continue to be in Maroon 5, and that was going fine and everything. But I just didn't feel like I had a voice solo, and that when I decided to be myself fully and 100% is when people started to respond to it and kind of let me know that maybe it isn't time to hang it up, you know. I do have more to say, and so I've kept it going.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like the community that you are in is also helping you.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing. Let's talk about your song, I Cant Wait. Wow.
Yes.
That song, it's a huge hit right now in Indonesia.
Yes, Indonesia's showing it mad love.
They really love your song. I mean, like, there's a lot of big names. They do the cover song for I Can't Wait. Like, what do you want to share actually from this song?
Well, just love, like I said, none of us are going through life alone, especially with this pandemic, which is what made me write the song. We are going through the same thing all around the world, and a lot of us, I was hopefully going to be in Indonesia soon, playing music at some point, and all over the world. We had an Asian tour planned in Australia, and I think we all can't wait to get back to some of our loved ones or get back to things that we love. And it was a song that I felt like everybody could relate to. And then I saw some artists in Indonesia start to cover it, and it just started to blow up. Yes, it's been amazing.
Yeah, of course, that's a very good one. I Can't Wait. And on your albums, like, there are a bunch of artists, including like Yolanda Adams, like Kim Burrell, the Clark sisters, Kirk Franklin, and more, and even Joji. Like, how do you choose them to collaborate with you?
Usually depends on the song. I'm not a person who picks the artist first and then tries to find the song to fit them. I think, once I have a song and then I start to hear a certain voice or a certain type of voice, and then I look for the perfect person that I think would fit on the song.
Okay, so like Jojo, like, how do you choose her for the song Say So? Like, have you ever imagined like the song will blow up like that?
Yeah, I didn't know that I had that song for a long time, and I even released it and then took it away really quick for my Gumbo album, because I was gonna put it on that album, and I knew it wasn't ready yet. But then I thought about JoJo, and she brought new life to the song, and it just started to blow up.
Like the songs, for me itself, like when you listen to that song, it feels like it sounds like kind of sexy. Rhythm in it.
Yeah.
Okay, from LA, you moved back to your hometown, New Orleans. Like, I remember watching one of your interviews, and you say like moving back to New Orleans is like a mission. Why is it?
Like a mission, you say? Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's more than just my career. It's more than just about a business. This is the place that I'm from, so I want to make sure that I don't just leave success here, but I leave a legacy of people learning and growing and being a better community and being a better city. And any way I can contribute to that, whether it's to the kids growing up who need some guidance, or adults that need guidance and need an example. Being back home is just a big mission for me, to not just do business, but to actually do the real work with people.
Yeah, you're saying about legacy, like what kind of legacy you want to leave for the next generation?
Well, a big part of that I'd like to leave is to be an example for artists, but just people in general, to be individuals, to be unique. Try to be yourself. Don't try to copy other people or look to other people or whatever's popular. Try to do what's popular. I think it's important to be exactly who you're supposed to be, so you can touch the people that you're supposed to touch. If you're trying to be someone else, then you miss those people that are looking for you to be your authentic self. So I think that's a big part of the legacy that I would like to leave.
So like being authentic to yourself.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good one also. Back again to your album. The next album is Gospel According to PJ, that will be released soon on August 28th, and in 2 days more, like in Indonesia.
Yeah.
You say that this album will talk about a father and son, and also about how your father always been there, like no matter a different path that you choose. Like, I believe no one could be more prouder than your father to see you right now. Is this album actually dedicated for him?
I don't know if it's dedicated for him, but I think it is made possible because of him. When I thought of this album and the songs that I've written throughout the years, the gospel songs, my father is the reason that I love gospel music. He's the reason I was you know, that I heard gospel music growing up. Everything I know about it is because of him. So it was important for me, especially as an artist who didn't decide to be a gospel artist. You know, I became an R&B artist, but my father, you know, sometimes in gospel music, a father who was a pastor would maybe, you know, not be so happy about their son doing what I did, but he still supported. And so I wanted him a part of this album just to show that journey of us still being who we are, regardless of whether I was doing gospel or R&B or pop or whatever. So yeah, it's really about our relationship.
Okay, so you're talking like you grew up in the church, like everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
And I think growing up in the church, like I know how it feels. Like when you want to do something else outside, like what they've been thinking, it's going to become people's talk. Like they will talk about like a lot about you in different way. Like how do you feel about that? Like especially like your father is a pastor. Like there must be like a lot of complication in that.
Yeah, I mean it was not anymore as much. But when I first started and got into music, it was a lot of talk. It was a lot of conversation and a lot of controversy that I wasn't following in my father's footsteps, or at least doing gospel music. And it made me sad, you know, it made me sad when I was younger, but it also motivated me to show people that it's possible to do what I did and still also love gospel music and do gospel music. So for me, it was all worth it. You know, even the sad times was worth it to get to this moment.
Wow. That's a good thing. So like you changed like what they've been talking about into a motivation to let them know like this is what I got today. Like I won Grammy, yo.
Right. Yeah.
I got Grammy.
That's right.
So this is a must question in every interview, I guess. Like what's coming up after next? Like what's coming up after this album?
So the gospel album is next, and I'm really doing more songwriting and producing for other artists now, right now, and so working on a few artists that I'm excited that will have music out hopefully soon. Some artists I don't know they're major artists, and I don't know what the dates are, but I've been spending a lot of my time. You know, working on music for other artists. Maroon 5 is working on a new album as well. So just keeping busy.
Yeah, but that's good. Like keeping busy, then you have a lot of songs coming out. That's the thing that we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Okay, so other than I Can Wait, which song of yours that you will recommend to our listeners?
I Can't Wait. I would recommend First Began. First Began is a song that I would recommend, and then my version of How Deep Is Your Love, either with Yebba or Alex Isley. I would recommend those.
Oh, I know all of them. Like First Began. Like, what do you want to say about it? Is it about your wife?
Yeah, it was. It was inspired by my wife, you know, and really thinking about when you're in a relationship and you spend a lot of time with each other, and it starts to wear off, you know, that fresh new feeling starts to wear off. And I was thinking about, you know, getting back to that feeling that allowed you to first fall in love, you know, and that's really what it's about, you know, and so like I say, as always, I start with personal experiences, but for me, it's a song that talks about many people's experiences, you know, and wanting to get back to that beginning feeling.
Yeah, that's why like whenever I listen to it, like it feels like there's a sparks in it, like sparks of love.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, last but not least, anything that you want to say to your fans in Indonesia?
What do I want to say to my fans in Indonesia? I love you. I appreciate you for supporting me, and I can't wait to get there and play this music to you live. I can't wait. I'm going to hop on a plane as soon as I can to get to Indonesia and play some music. It's going to be a good time whenever that happens. Who knows when, but whenever it happens, I can't wait to see everybody there in person.
Oh, that's a good title then. Like you can use it for promotions like that.
I can't wait. I can't wait tour.
I can wait to. Okay then,
Yeah.
last, do you mind to give a greetings for our radio?
Yeah, sure.
So you can say like, this is PJ Morton and you are listening to Phoenix Radio Bali, the hottest radio station.
Okay. Hey, what's up? This is PJ Morton and you are listening to Phoenix Radio Bali, the hottest radio station.
Oh, I can't wait till I get back.